So, mothers are important because they know that you need to have an education. As Ibrahim says, I've been here a long while, 20 years. This is my 20th year. I came, I opened up Westminster. Hello, anybody in there? No, there was hardly anybody.
Most of your parents, if you come to them and say, okay, I found this amazing university which costs X. If you work in Uzbekistan at a salary of 1,300, which is very low, it's very conservative. They will spend lots of money for your wedding, for your car, for your house, for your Cambridge. Hozir learning center bilan birgalikda sizlarga mana shu voucherni berib, bepul o'qishlaringizni ta'minlamoqchimiz. Buni erishish uchun bu narsaga nima qilish kerak?
Hello, Mum. My mum died a long while ago, but I think she's still here. But hello, Mum. I had my breakfast. My ears are clean. Teeth are bright. Look, mothers are great, right? They all want you to achieve. They all want you to achieve better than they did. Fathers just go, yeah. Oh, how much? Okay? And then they go, no, you can't do that. And your mother goes, why not? And he goes, okay then. So, mothers are important because they know that you need to have an education. It's not rocket science. It's not science rocket, okay? The world is like this. Universities have been around for a long, long time. In fact, some of the universities started here. Famous scholars came from here. It's been around for a long while, and the problem of choosing a university is universal, okay? It's intergenerational. Everybody throughout the history goes, my mother wants me to go to university. Which one? What to study? Okay? You're not unique. You're not alone. Everybody in the generations going back had the same problem. Right? It's not. And everybody your age had the same problems. No different. Bloody hell, my mother. I want to do this, but she wants me to do that. And my father's being awkward, right? We all have that kind of... But at the end of it, it is your brain and it's your future. So, today, I don't know whether we have a presentation. Do we have a presentation? I just talk, Ibrahim. Okay, good. Listen, the presentation's fine. It's supposed to be funny. Look, I had the same problem as you did. Okay? As Ibrahim says, I've been here a long while, 20 years. This is my 20th year. I came, I opened up Westminster. Hello, anybody in there? No, there was hardly anybody. No students. Some staff, right? No money. Uzbekistan. Isn't it? Yeah. I get taxis, and the taxi driver's driving. How's it going? Whoa, Uzbekistan, plor. It's okay. Dengi ploka, mala. Yeah. So, when you're thinking education, you're also thinking money, right? Because that's what your mother tells you. Well, your dad tells you to think about money, your mother tells you to think about your brain, okay? Because your dad knows that it's going to cost him a lot of money if you don't get money. So there's an equation that is in your head, right? I'm sure. Which university will give me the best education, therefore will give me the best chance of getting the best job, and therefore the best amount of money. Correct? Don't think that. That's where you're going wrong. Stop. That is not what you should think. It doesn't necessarily equate, right? Education is education is education. You will get richer with education than without it. Okay, there are some billionaires who have made lots of money, right? And I get this question, well, you know, why should I go to university? Because so-and-so, some picture on the wall here, he's made loads of money. Of course he did, but he had a brain. Perhaps he didn't want to go to university, right? He still had a brain, and he still, or she, got educated. Now, not everybody's going to be Elon Musk, thank God, right? Whew. If we're all like Elon Musk, I think I'd kill myself, okay? We're all not going to be Steve Jobs. It's impossible. You are you, right? You're going to be your own Steve Jobs, okay? You're going to be your own Elon Musk. Don't think about these role models, okay? They are okay, you can look at them and go, wow, but don't dream about it. Because it's only a dream, right? You have to have your own dreams. And so when you're thinking about your future, I am sure you're going, which way, what to do, life. And I know that you look ahead and you go, oh God, my mother's age, 45, 45. How can I get there, right? Think of me at 70. I'm 70. Christ, that's really old, isn't it? I should be dead. Perhaps I'm nearly dead, right? Why am I standing here in Uzbekistan after 20 years? Opening the Westminster and looking inside and going, is anybody there? And now looking back and I have people like Ibrahim, who I am working with, to set up a new university, International Digital University. What drives me? Is it choice? Is it money? No, because he doesn't pay me. It's interest, it's curiosity, right? I like doing it. Why do I like doing it? Because I liked being a student, right? I really enjoyed being a student. My mother didn't tell me every day, wake up, get out of bed, go to university, go to school. She didn't. Well, she did. She made me go, not when I was getting older. I wanted to go. Of course I didn't go sometimes, you know? I used to work. I used to go out with my friends. I used to enjoy life. I didn't study that hard, right? In fact, I didn't study my last year at all, really, if you want to know, okay? Because I was enjoying the atmosphere, right? I was enjoying being a student. I didn't want to get a full-time job, right? It's like, oh, shit, I have to get work, right? And I started my university career. You know, through school, I wasn't very good. You know, teachers would say, talks a lot. Wish he'd do some more work, right? But so, I don't know how, but I really did well in my university entrance exams, right? Whoa, my God, look at the results. Is that me? Right? And I got into a good university. Oh, my God, I got into university. What do we do now? Right? And for some reason, I chose to do accountancy. Silent. Yeah, I know. Really bad choice. Oh, such a bad choice. You know, I think the first week I'm like, I think I'll hang myself. I looked at the balance sheet, some numbers, and went, Jesus, is this it? After 4 weeks, I think, you know, I was ready to do anything to get out. Okay? Very difficult at that time to change your course. But I persuaded the professor to allow me to do economics, which I did at school and I thought it was cool. But I didn't think it would give me a good job, because I thought accountancy would give me a good job. But I hated it. I hated to the point when I didn't want to go. I wouldn't get up in the morning, right? So it was like hell. When I changed, it was like, okay. The professor said, you bloody work hard. He said, you know, you've changed me. You work hard, I made. So for the first year and for the second year, I worked really hard. I was top. And I went, God, this is stupid. I am missing out so much. I'm only 21, right? And I'm working really hard, and I'm not enjoying myself. I like my studies, right? So I then decided to enjoy myself. And I was on track to do a PhD, blah, 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 right? Become an academic. And I didn't do so well in my last year. In fact, I cheated at the exams because I didn't study, right? Don't tell anybody. But I did cheat. Shh. Because I ran Westminster and everybody thought I didn't cheat. That's why I know you cheat. Because I cheated, right? Because I didn't study. And you know what? I nearly failed because I cheated. Cheating doesn't make you pass, right? And it feels awful. I still remember it after 50 years, right? It's not nice, is it? I still remember how I cheated. I went to the toilet, and inside, I had we had this open book exam, and there were 2 exams in one. So one book was for one exam, and we couldn't have another book, but I had this book, and I wrote in the other book all the formulas. So I went to the toilet, pretended to go for whatever, and I tried to read out, came back, and I just passed. And I felt so ashamed of myself, right? Because I thought, this is not me. Now, that experience is important. That's what universities do to you, right? That is education. It's not knowledge. Here people used to say to me, give me knowledge. I can't give you knowledge. I haven't got knowledge to give you. You can find knowledge. This is knowledge. These are facts, right? I found out today that the word gotten, which is American, which I hate, because it's got in English, is very old English. It's very interesting. I found out gotten is a very old English word that the Americans have kept, but the English have rejected. So I was interested in the cultural issues associated with that, because I don't like Americans. If there's any Americans in the audience, I love you. I don't like America, because it's like old England, gone wrong. But I'm interested. That's curious. I go and find out, because I'm curious. Teacher? Unless a teacher makes you curious, you don't do anything. Now, all of that means when you're coming to choose a university, choose it for the right reasons. Not because you want to get a job and you think doing X gives you a job. It doesn't. Accountancy firms do not employ accountancy graduates. Why? Because they're boring. They employ people who've studied history. Why? Because they're different. Okay? Lawyers, even law firms now, want to employ people who have not done a law degree. Why? Because they want people who are just not focused on law. You have to be a bit diverse. Universities should give you that opportunity. So when you're choosing, of course, listen to your mother. You have to. Listen to your father. Listen to your friends. But you have to be curious, right? It's your decision, nobody else's, right? I tell a story here about my daughter who was going to university, and she wanted to be an actress. I love my daughter. I love her very, very much indeed. But she's not an actress. It's hard to tell your daughter that, hey, look, I know you think you're good, but you're not that good. I want to be an actress. Her vision was to be on the stage somewhere. Because she was good at school. It's school, for God's sake. The teachers, like your mum goes, oh, my daughter. Doesn't she? Isn't she good? No, she's not good. She's just your daughter, for God's sake, right? So I persuaded her to do business. And she hated me for 2 years. And it cost me a lot of money. She'd come home and say, I just got this phone bill. Really? Yeah, I can't pay it. Oh, by the way, you made me do business. Oh, okay. Here's the money. I spent a lot of money on my daughter because I felt guilty of making her do business, and she hated it. She had the opportunity in her 3rd year to go and work on an internship. She loved it. Public relations. The last year, she flew and did really well compared to her father, who did the opposite. Okay? Now, my daughter is 42. I have a daughter at 42. She's not as old as your mother. Right? And she's earning, I don't know, maybe as much as me. Okay? And she's got she's got a top job in a public relations firm, the best brand in the UK. She's an actor, but a different kind of actor. She understood her skill. Her skill wasn't in acting. Her skill was in communication. She talks a lot, just like me, right? She can persuade people, just like me. So she used her skill that she developed on at her university. Not the knowledge, her skill. So when you're thinking of universities, think about them of what you want. You want not just knowledge, you want to be kept active and thinking. You need to be interested. You need to turn up every day. You need to think, this is going to give me something I'll really enjoy. You have to develop skills, right? Not just reading a book. You need to actually apply, think through. So that's one thing you think. And then I know that many people go, right, there are good and bad universities, correct? This university is Plorka, right? Westminster's the best, because he went there and I taught. Okay, fine. X is no good, right? Y is corrupt. Yeah, of course. All universities. And then he says, Uzbekistan universities are really bad. Better to go to X, Y, or Z, correct? I don't know whether that's true. This university is ranked 153. That university is ranked 2,354. Which one should I choose? I'll go for the better ranking ones. Actually, be careful. Look, ranking of universities is a game. It's a marketing branding activity. People make money out of it. A lot of money out of it. Ranking QS times head, they are big businesses. They sell advertising, they blackmail universities into believing that ranking matters. It does not. Right? If you go, I'm going to go to the best ranked university, you go there, you don't see the professors because they're busy doing research. Right? They're getting too much money from being a professor, not from teaching, because it's hard work teaching. Who do they get to do the hard work? Young PhD students. Pay them nothing, make them work. Some don't, of course, but I know what universities do. Right? So be careful. Don't think ranking is the most important thing. Because it depends on the criteria, depends on how. And universities, they fiddle the figures. They manage the figures, right? Do you think universities are stupid? No. They know what ranking algorithms are. It's an algorithm. So it's like any algorithm, what you put in comes out, correct? So universities manage that. So don't believe that ranking really matters. The top universities don't want to be ranked because they know that it's pointless. And nobody really changes, right? Will Uzbekistan universities ever become top 50 in the world? because they don't have the money for a start. You know, Harvard, Cambridge, they don't make a lot of money out of tuition fees. Harvard, Cambridge, tuition fees are like 10% of their income. Do you know where they get most of the money from? People who have died. Right? You were a graduate of Harvard, you're a graduate of Oxford, you die, you leave your money to them. That's where they get the money from. They're the biggest landowners, biggest business operators, right? Biggest shareholders in the world. Do they care, therefore, about students? Not really. You know, if you have a customer who's only giving 10% of your income, and you have a customer who's giving you 80%, which one would you smile at? Okay? You smile at the old man who's about to die. Give us your money. So be very careful. Don't think also it's great to go and study in X, because Uzbekistan is awful. No. It's the same everywhere, right? The same problems everywhere. It's just different colour. You know, okay, I come from the UK, people think, oh, are we different? You're the same. Exactly the same. I see the same faces, same people, same minds, no different. Okay, you want to pay $25,000 to study for 1 year? For exactly the same degree? You come out for the same diploma? You pay $100,000 for one diploma, you pay $20,000 for a Westminster diploma or an IDU diploma. Is it worth it? After when you're 30, tell you what, when you get to 30, you're like, how did I get to 30? And someone asks you, what diploma have you got? You're going, yeah, I remember. When you get to 40, who cares, right? Actually, you're more interesting studying here than if you studied in the UK. Because people look at you and go, so you went to the UK, so therefore you must be rich. Right? Because how can you afford to go to the UK and pay $100,000 for your diploma, okay? And you're from Uzbekistan. So you're privileged. Hey, it's not, you know, it's a simple equation. I live in Manchester, right? It's nothing to do with football. And there they have a kind of Chinese community, Chinese students. And they own the most expensive apartments in Manchester. And you see the most expensive cars in Manchester. The other day I went there and I was like, what's that? And this thing was some Lamborghini, blah, 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 Bugatti, something, something. It's about, I don't know, $500,000. And I'm like, why in Manchester? They have so much money they can buy their education, okay? I would suggest you look at Uzbekistan first. If you don't want to be here for certain reasons, right, okay, move. But if you think education is better somewhere else, it is not. It is not. It's the same. It's you that will make it better, right? This is what makes it better, right? Okay? Look at me, 3 years at Liverpool University, okay? I was 2% of the population. I cheated in an exam. Am I any different than you? No. I come to Westminster, I'm 70, and I'm setting up universities. When I was a child, right, I didn't even know where Uzbekistan was, okay? The only people who were different were Catholics. Never knew what a Muslim was, right? I have married an Iranian Muslim, right? And I think, how the hell did I do that? Right? I'm in Uzbekistan. How did I get here? Right? I still ask the question. Did I plan it? Did I say when you're age, you know what? I'm going to go to university and I'm going to go and study economics. And then I'm going to go and teach. And then I'm going to go and do this. Then I'm going to become a dean. Then you know what? I'm going to end up in Uzbekistan building a university. All at the age of 20. At 20, you know, I just wanted to enjoy life. So look, take it seriously. Education is serious. It's here and here. It's up to you, not up to your mother, not up to your father, not up to your grandmother, your babushka, babula, or anybody else. This is your decision, okay? And you have to live with this decision for the rest of your life, okay? So, you know, we have a new university. We are excited about this university, okay? We want to make it the best university because I was proud of Westminster, still am. But we need other universities in Uzbekistan. This is one of them, right? And I'm working with my graduate, and I was really pleased to work with Ibrahim. He gave me a chance of doing something different at the grand age of 70. Okay, so I thank you for listening. You can ask some questions in a minute. I'm going to pass over now to the master, okay, because he's learnt all the skills. He's learnt all the skills I taught him. I can't remember teaching him anything.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Franz. You are the patriarch of international universities in Uzbekistan. So, with your blessing, anything will go off quite well here. So, ladies and gentlemen, in general, you could have an impression that, oh, there was nothing practical given at this session. Yes, there was nothing practical given at this session, but there was something more important than the practical skills and tips and all these small instruments you would you would easily find on YouTube. You can use YouTube, right? Right? Can anyone? Yeah. So on YouTube, you have all the videos, how to get into Harvard, how to get into Cambridge, and how to get there, how to get here. But no. You could believe them. Why? Why is far more important question. Why you want to get there? So what Mr. Franz is, to sum up, if you allow me, the all master. To sum up, his speech was about why you should do it. Just think about it. Why you want that education? Why you want that university over that university? Will these universities make you happy? Will these universities deliver your dreams on will they? Are you sure? Have you calculated? Believe the numbers. Don't believe the people in emotion. Believe the numbers. The brand is always there. Yes, Harvard and Cambridge. I always thought God gave them this amazing opportunity to study at Harvard. They must have been geniuses, right? Probably they are, Martians or maybe moon people, It's not from the Earth, right? Is this the impression you have right now about Harvard students or Cambridge students? Be honest. Do you think they are any different than you are? Extra brain, second, third. Yeah, anything like that? I thought that I'm not worthy to study at Harvard. I thought I'm not worthy to study at Cambridge. I never even tried. I never even applied. That's how I thought they were, out of my reach completely. Then over time, I studied at Westminster, and I went to Japan to do my MBA in one of the top 50 MBA schools in the world. And then I said, first of all my peers, same kind of people, I didn't feel any difference from Westminster. And I think at Westminster we had much better talent because they were the top of the 34 million people, In Japan, okay, they were also very good, but I felt like Westminster was a bit better. Not in terms of them, education was the same. The school, the books were the same. The lessons were the same. These lectures were the same. The program was the same. Harvard Business Review is the same throughout the planet. It's the same. People were different. And people at Westminster, I thought they were a bit, higher grade than what I experienced in Japan. But of course, yes. Okay. It's something you deserve. Cool. So when I went in Japan, I was selected to represent Japan as the best MBA student of all of Japan, you know. And I went to summit to Barcelona, completely free, you know. I like the free stuff, you know, grant. I mean, I love grants. Throughout my life, I won like $200,000 worth of grants. You know, taking xorlar, kattasi. Mana shu yerda. Keyin xorlar bormi yana oramizda deydi. Oh, yaxshi. So, увлекаться qilmang bu narsa bilanda. Men 26 yoshimgacha bir tiyin ishlamaganman shu tekinxo'rligim evazigida. I went throughout, all these countries, went to around 20 countries. I had to change my password twice because I was out of, pages for visa. But if you would ask me $100 at age of 25, working at the Minister of Investment and Trade, I wouldn't be able to give you $100 because I had none. See, that's what, the free stuff is good. If you study for free, you work for free. That's how it works. So be careful about, grants. Take them when you need them, not when it's, good for you. For my kids, I am envisioning that I will allocate some funds for them and allow them to win grants. And I ask them, if you're going to win the grant, I will donate twice as much, just so that you and two of your friends could go to the same university. So the needy ones gets the grants, not those who are just smart. I was always smart. I didn't need the grant that much, but I always got one. Because it's a habit. Once you learn how to get grants, it's like addictive. You always want grants, and you're ready to pursue any path that leads to grant, not your path, not your life goals. You will forget about your life goals. You will always follow the free stuff, the free grants. Grants there, grants here, grants there. And at age of 30, you will realize you are somewhere you never wanted to be, just because the grants were, all along your way, and you just followed the grants. So, about the why question, why you should go to certain universities and stuff. This is important. At age of 17, nobody really thinks about why. We really go follow the crowd, right? We just do whatever everyone else is doing. We just look at our neighbor. We think he's smart. He's going to Westminster. We'll go for Westminster. Our parents admire those families whose kids went to Westminster, so we go to Westminster. So we do choose universities for a number of reasons other than what our heart tells us. We don't listen to our heart. We listen to our parents, to our neighbors, to the ministers, everyone else but our heart. So we never actually do that. This is the first and foremost, the biggest mistake you will ever make in your life. And if your heart is not telling you in clear terms what he wants, it just simply means you have to try as many things as possible before your heart says, oh, this is mine. Okay? So when you're choosing university, follow your heart. It will never lie to you. There are people who go to work as if it was a prison. The biggest problem of Uzbekistan, what is the biggest problem of Uzbekistan? People don't love what they do. People hate what they do. Ask anyone. Make them drink something, be very frank, and then ask them from the deep of their heart. 98% of people say they hate their job. And if they had money, they would never do that job again. Never go to that office again. That's why we have crappy roads. That's why we have crappy universities. That's why we have crappy everything. Because people don't love what they're doing. And it's true. Mr. France loves what he's doing. I love what I do. That's why we are here on Sunday when we have to just take a rest. I'm the founder of the university. I should enjoy my life, go to Charvak, right? And I'm here with you guys. only reason why I wake up every morning with the thought, what should I do for this university to do it? I mean, to give it the atmosphere that I intend for, to give it everything I have. I wake up in the morning with those ideas, you know. That's why if you find something you love in life, profession, path, mission, then it is never, you will have never, see my English is deteriorating because I'm not using it. So you will never have to work a single day of your life if you find your passion. So to find passion, you have to do what? Keep studying every day, 24 hours, keep studying. No. Live a life. Study hard, play hard, work hard, do everything. Just imagine tomorrow you're gonna die. What you're gonna do today? If you knew what you would, that you were gonna die tomorrow, what you would do today? Live every day of your life with that thought that tomorrow might never come. Therefore, you will live a very meaningful and interesting life. So, with the university thing, all the tips are on YouTube. You can find them. You have the study skills, right? You can find things, right? So, why is more important question. So, before you actually go on YouTube and tap into those, bases of knowledge of how to get to any university, and it's possible. You have the brains. You're understanding me right now, right? You have 2 eyes, 2 legs, 2 hands, right? You have everything you've got, everything you need to get into any university you would like. The only thing is you have to research on it a lot. How to write an essay, how to get the references that you need, how to run a volunteer project that will impress those in power there. These people, what Harvard wants? Harvard wants people who are successful already. You know why? Because after Harvard, they will be even more successful. And more people will come to Harvard because they see that their graduates are so successful. See? They are picking the winners right now. So if you're successful right now, in whatever you do, they pick you. Because there is a high chance you will be even more successful after Harvard. And you will, probably, you will raise the brand awareness for a lot longer, higher, maybe. So if you want to get into good universities, be successful now. Not only in your knowledge, because knowledge is what? If you know English at IELTS 8, does that mean you're successful? That means you've just dedicated a lot of time to learn English. That's it. It doesn't ever mean that you might be successful. Do something extra than English. Have you done any volunteer project? Went to unprivileged places and helped other people to get a better life chance? Have you done something? So if you haven't, don't dream about Harvard. Harvard is not there for you. They pick the winners. And in Uzbekistan, we don't always have the winners. Most of our population is very uneducated at this time. Recently, we have done entrance examinations, and we have seen that the general level of education in Uzbekistan after secondary school is so low. You can't imagine. You are privileged. You live in Tashkent, and most of your schools are good, and you have access to these wonderful learning centers, and most of the people in Uzbekistan don't have that access. So if you want good university, please first think about why you want it. Who wants to earn a lot of money in life? Are there any? No. If you don't raise your hand, that means you will be poor for the rest of your life. No. If you love money, you can leave now. Because I don't like people who love money. those people will be greedy. Those people will not be serving their society. They will be serving their own interest, egoists, buy Lamborghinis, buy helicopters and planes and so forth. Who doesn't love money? Okay, you can leave too. You will always be poor. I'm sorry. The problem is with the money and with your emotion attached to the money. Money is instrument. Nobody likes, how do you call malatok in English? Help me there. Hammer, yeah. Have you ever seen a repair guy to express his love to his hammer? No, right? It's hammer. It's nothing. It's instrument. With hammer you can kill. With hammer you can build, right? And money is an instrument. So if your attitude towards money is correct, money will never change you, will never make you bad if you have lots of money. If you have lots of money, what does it give you? Opportunity to do good. Opportunity to do more of good, right? What if you don't have any money? Then you can't do any good. Usually you need somebody to do good to you. So you're in the position of need, not in the position of giving. So today I want you to understand why you should first select your goals in life and then select the university which will take you there. University is also a tool. It's not the end goal it's in itself. Is that so? Who's in the university just for the diploma? Raise your hands. Who is in the university just for the knowledge? Huh? He doesn't know. Maybe it's correct answer, maybe not. After a money question, you are not sure, right? So I might ask you to leave now. So the thing is, the university is also an instrument. So before you take the instrument out and start using it, you should know what you want to do with it, right? You can't build a spachnуть землю in English. I don't know. Now, if you want to dig, yeah. So you can't dig a hole in the ground with hammer, right? So if your goal is to dig the hole in the ground, you will never use hammer. So with the university, it's the same thing. So first you have to identify your goals. Why you need the university? What for? What it should serve to? So first is the goals. Do you know your goals? Do you know your goals? Who knows his goals? Like dreams? Dreams, goals? Cool. Does anybody know how much they cost? Exact amount. Yeah, see? What if today I would say, okay, I can, fulfill any of your dreams. State me one dream that you want to be fulfilled. Most important. Professional programmer, right? Which language you want to learn? I don't care about what you're learning now. In what language of the programming you want to be the master? In JavaScript, right. Okay, how much does the master own? Not own, earn. Over 2,000 or more. What is your dream? Okay, you becoming Java master, how much do you want to earn? As much as possible. Okay, see you soon. As much as possible, I'll try as much as possible, but I might not, do well. So what is your dream? No dreams. Okay, your dream? Yes. What? You have dreams. Congratulations. Minister of Education. Why? Why? Oh, come on. No. Why you want? Yeah, there's underlying reason why. You think if you become the Minister of Education, you change the education in Uzbekistan, right? Make it best in the world, right? You think so? You think it's possible? Only you? The rest of the ministry will be against you? Nobody will help you? You alone? Will you have enough funds to do it? Probably, building best schools in the world costs a lot of money, right? So, you don't know. Even if you are the Minister of Education, you don't know what resources will be needed for you to make the education sector in Uzbekistan best in the world. You don't know. That's why God will come to you, go to your heart, and see this awkwardness. No concrete. There is nothing concrete in your desire. There's no. When do you want to be the Minister of Education? Tomorrow? 10 days from now? 2 years from now? Oh my God. Okay. So the problem is, most of your dreams have no deadlines. Is that true? You say, okay, someday in the future, I will achieve this, right? This is a dream. Good job. I call it khom khayal. There's a new term in English. I am introducing it, Mr. Franz. I hope you can add it to the vocabulary. Khom khayal means you have this big dream, nice dream, do good to humanity, but you have no concrete dates or numbers. How much resources do you need? When do you need it? How are you going to get it? There was a research done at Harvard University, the best university. Probably most of you guys are, sleeping and dreaming about getting into Harvard. So that university's graduates were gathered and they were asked a simple question. Do you have dreams? 60% answered, I'm studying at Harvard, the best university in the world. So, things will go well, So, bergap bo'lar. I can't really translate it into English. Things will go well, hopefully. That's what, inshallah, yeah, that's what they said. About 27%, they said, okay, I have my dreams in my head, so hopefully I will achieve them. Only in my head, no written record. Only 3% said, I have dreams, I have made plans, I have set deadlines, pathways to achieve those dreams, and I have written them down. Only 3%. The top students of the world, only 3%, had their dreams written down, and deadlines and numbers attached to it. So, after 10 years, they gathered everyone. They asked the same question. How much money are you earning now? And the 60% on average, they were earning $100,000. For a Harvard graduate, this is insult, okay? 100,000 in the US, I don't know, it's poverty line, almost. So they asked the second group, 27%, that had dreams in their minds. And that group said, oh, I am earning around $200,000, so on average. So twice as much as those who never had any dreams. Can you guess the third group? How much they're earning? Huh? Millions? Okay, exactly. Please, concretely. How much? Millions, billions? 1 million, 2 million. How much? How much? 5 million, okay. You guys? Anyone there? In the back? You do understand what I'm saying, right? You? Come on, any ideas? 500,000. You? You don't know. You? 700,000. Okay. They were earning 3 million. It's 30 times the amount of those who never had any dreams. So having a dream is very important. But having it written down and made into action plan is even more important. Most of our dreams, probably about 70%, can be achieved. But because we don't never write them down, we never actually make any plans to reach them. We never reach them. Okay? So what's the lesson here? I mean, what's the insight? Write your dreams down. Attach numbers. You want a car? Which model? Tesla. Okay, which model? Model S. How much does it cost? Over? You don't know exact number? Have you checked the Orient Motors here? They sell it. If you don't know, how can you expect God to help you achieve it? That's the problem. We never make concrete plans. When do you want to buy it? Do you know? 10 years ago. Okay, 10 years in the future. Okay, after 10 years. Why wait so long? Maybe you can buy it in 5. In 10 years' time, Model Y will be, obsolete. You don't need it anymore. Okay, so today, at the end of my presentation, I will teach you how to make your dreams come true through just planning. Simple planning, very simple. We will make a simple plan of your life. You will know by the end of this guest lecture, you will know how much your dreams cost and how to achieve them without killing your parents. Because, you don't probably realize, but most of you will incur about $200,000 worth of costs to your parents. I did in my own time. I did. Small by small, every day. They pay you. They never have their own life. They have yours. And probably you will do the same for your kids, right? So none of you will have a good life. Everyone will be sacrificing his life for his kid's life. Isn't it true? In Uzbek families, do your parents sacrifice their life for yours to be better? And you will do the same. If you don't plan correctly, you will have to do the same. Plan accordingly. Allah told us, if you make good wish, if it's concrete, purro niyat. He will grant it. But he cannot grant you anything if he's coming to your heart and only discovering, I want the best car. Which car? Doesn't know. When? Doesn't know. How much does it cost? Doesn't know. I want the good, wife. What kind of wife? How she should look. How she should behave. When do you want it? What her parents should be like, You don't know what you want. That's why God cannot give you that. Okay? So it's both, from the practical perspective and religious perspective, you should be really clear about your dreams. And if you're not, think about it. Think about it before you think about university, before you think about your profession, before you think about everything else. Okay? Think about your dreams. If you don't have any dreams, ask your parents. Maybe they have some dreams. So think about achieving their dreams. And your choice of university profession should be dictated by the dreams you have and their magnitude, how they can be achieved through, the means of the university and the profession. Okay, can we have a little less light in this part of the room? Is that possible? And I am enjoying talking to you guys. I haven't been speaking English for a long, long time. And probably right after I finished MBA at Japan International University, I never spoke so much English. Cool. That is cool. Okay, anyways, that's good enough. Next. So, most of your parents, if you come to them and say, okay, I found this amazing university which costs X, your parents will be like, dang. Buncha pulim bo'lganda o'zim bilardim nima qilishni, to'g'ri? If I had that much money, I would know what to do with it. The fact is they never know, actually. That's why they don't have that much money. But anyways, they will spend, to each of you, they will spend lots of money. For your wedding, for your car, for your house, for your... qanaqadir o'zbekcha gap bor. Yeah, free Tesla. For everything. The thing is, we are trying to build a university that can actually pay for itself, you know. Do you dream of, studying at a university and earning money so that you can pay for that university at the same time? Do you want that? Or you're so rich you don't want anything like that? You just want to pay. The thing is, with your parents, I would advise you to take them to M Factor page or our page and let them watch my almost 2 hour conversation with Hassan Hussan. Akalar, they ask those questions that parents would usually ask. So don't try to explain IDU to your parents yourself. Let me explain it through that video. And let Hassan Hussan be in the role of your parents, asking questions, tough questions from me. So you could actually make them watch that video and make them understand about IDU everything they need to know. Next. This is Alan Franz, 40 years. He is in British education system. So he had MBA from Liverpool University, and he is he's a proud. He received a special medal, right? Is that medal? I mean, or is it? What was the official name? Officer of the British Empire. Ooh. He's the officer of British Empire, and he received special recognition for his service in education sector and in the rest of the world, in Poland, Russia, Ukraine, China. He was actually engaged in setting up new British universities, which have one of the best systems in the world, education systems. So in Uzbekistan, he was the deputy minister and deputy rector of Westminster University for a very long time. And I think he was the primary source of atmosphere we would get at Westminster, When I went to Westminster, I went there after studying 1 year at local university. It saved my life. I mean, honestly, it saved my life. Because in a local university, everyone was planning to leave Uzbekistan as soon as possible. And every day their plans were about and around this topic. Every day they would come, okay, today I learned how to leave to Poland. Another one will come tomorrow and say, oh, I know how to leave to Canada and then go to US, Every day they were planning not to conquer the world, change it, do good, do great projects. They were thinking about their own self, and that's it. They never thought about what would happen to their family if they left for US forever. They don't care. Egoists. I didn't like it. And when I went to Westminster, I saw that this is the island of independence in Uzbekistan. Island of free thought. Island where everybody's thought is respected. Your ideas are respected, People believe that you can achieve those ideas. Though they might sound crazy, that's it. It's okay, It's okay to be different. They love you for whoever you are. This is amazing, In other universities, you try to fit in the society, right? In Westminster, you are respected for who you are. That's it. The more unique you are, the better, actually. So, second, this is Naoko Kano. She's our Japanese counterpart, and she's in charge. She used to, for 7 years, I've been engaged in a learning center which sends students to Japan. We educated them in Japanese and sent them to Japan to study, and they're doing good. They're studying and sending home around 2,000 USD, which is not bad, while you're studying. And she was in charge of giving those students opportunity to study at local, institutions. So she was doing the placements. Now she will be doing the placements, job placements for our graduates. So our graduates at IDU will go to Japan and have jobs ready by this woman. Next. About myself. I used to be flex SSCP before, so twice I escaped from America. You know, they wanted me to stay, but I escaped, you know. So people at my local university, they would say, "Are you crazy?" You know, I would understand if you left US, I mean, without knowing, you know, you're stupid, you left it for once, but you left it twice. How could you do that? Because everyone wants to stay in the US. Isn't that right? Who wants to stay in the US? Okay. So you see most of them. So everybody wants to stay, even the minister. Do you want to stay in the US? So you want to be the minister of education in US. Okay. Okay, anyways, I wanted to come back. There was one single reason why I came back. It's not because I was stupid. I just loved my family so much. I wanted them to live in good conditions as well, you know. And I knew I wouldn't be able to take my family in whole to US. So instead of taking myself to US and living a good life, I wanted to bring US good life to Uzbekistan and try to figure that out, how to do that, you know. Staying in the US for only yourself is easy, but making Uzbekistan USA is quite a challenge. So I like challenges, and I would like to do that. So Westminster University, I went, I studied on grant, on scholarship, Sarkor Telecom, Tashqi Ishlar Vazirligi. You know, after Westminster, I thought, if I study at the best university in this country, and I get my, you know, best diploma, you know, best grades, if I'm smart, somebody will hand over to me, you know, a job at a salary of $1,000 in a month, a good wife, you know, good house, good car, you know, just hand it over to me, right? It will be readily available for me. No, it wasn't. You know, I had to look for a job for 9 months after completing Westminster University. You know, it was quite a shock for me. Probably you also here now thinking, if I go to the right university and I can, finish it at the right, you know, level of education, then I'm, you know, probably guaranteed a job placement. No, you are not. And you have to think about your job now, before you enter any university. So I went to the Minister of not higher education, Minister of Investment and Trade, and I used to manage loan packages worth billions of dollars. And I would get like $50 a month as a salary. So if you want a ministry job, be ready for that, okay? Be ready for a small salary, you know. You should probably be millionaire first and then take minister's job. Then it would make sense. So I went to do MBA in Japan. I loved Japan, you know. Before Japan, I tried to do some business also, and I failed many times, 3 times actually, and I burned like $200,000 of cash. But I thought, you know, a good diploma from Westminster is a guarantee of success in business. Guess what? No. So your knowledge is actually essential, but it's not the sole factor of your success in business. I failed 3 businesses, and when I was leaving to Japan, I had $30,000 of debt on my shoulder, you know. So it was quite a challenge. When I went to Japan, I had a call from my father. He said, okay, I no longer give you money, so take care of your life yourself. I was 26, and I still had money from my parents, you know, every month. I wouldn't be able to buy diapers for my kids if it was not for my parents who gave me money. Seriously. So at 26, I realized now I have to take care of myself. I have to work. So I worked in Japan as a, mardikorish, kvadratish gut. So, huh? Well, you know the word? Who knows the word? Mardikorjon. Gastarbeiterisch. Yeah, gastarbeiterisch, yes. I worked, I was a slave in Japan. I worked in every sector, in everything I could. You know, shawarma, this how do you call it? Doner kebabs? I did those, I'm professional doner kebabber myself, Probably in all of Uzbekistan, you wouldn't find anyone better than me doing that. Seriously, I tried many doner kebabs and they don't taste anything that I can make. But I sold ice cream. I traveled all around Japan in a trailer selling those doner kebabs and ice creams. And I also was a guide and I also was a teacher and everything. So my salary went from $7 an hour to $300 an hour. And all of that in that nice country, Japan, where people were really friendly, but if you knew no Japanese, you wouldn't be able to live there because they don't speak English so well. Thanks. So I earned about $100,000 in Japan, and my salary with my wife, it was like $8,000 for both of us, and I came back home. So it's third time I'm doing stupid things, I came back from US, now I'm coming back from Japan. Why? Why do you think I should come back? A complete dump. Huh? Without risk? Yeah, but why I'm coming back to Uzbekistan? This time for different reason though. This time I realized that in Uzbekistan there is opportunity to earn millions. In Japan there is opportunity to earn good salary. That's it. You cannot make millions there because everything is solved. All the problems solved. All the inventions already done. That country is developed. Way too developed. US, Japan is more developed than US and Europe. I'm sorry, Alan. I haven't been to UK though, but maybe, probably. Yeah, Japan is quite developed and everything is done there. And Japanese taught me one very important lesson. They said, okay, if you find a problem in your country, never whine about it. Never go and, this is so crappy, this is so bad, it's so bad. If you become negative about it, you will not earn anything out of it. So if you find a problem, don't tell anyone. Go find a solution for that problem and give that solution to people. They will give you money for that. That's how you make millions. That's what they taught me. The reason why you should probably study in Uzbekistan, then leave for abroad, and then come back again is the same. See, in abroad, you will learn how to make money, but to make that money, you have to come back home. Because you cannot outcompete Americans in business. They are better than you, ever will be. You cannot outcompete in work Japanese or in inventions, in technology, because they will always be better than you right now. Maybe your kids can be better than them, but right now they will be better than you. That's why you have to take the best technology, take their knowledge, come back home, take their money, come back home, do small business here, and I guarantee you will be millionaires, especially if you do it in the sphere of IT. That brings us here. After coming back, I invested money in many companies, and this sales doctor company is the only IT company I invested in. And how much do you think I invested in that company? I was able to make, out of 100,000, a few $1 million in Uzbekistan, not in Japan. In Japan, I made $100,000, that's it. In Uzbekistan, I made millions. But what do you think, this company, how much did I invest there? Сколько я туда инвестировал? Sales doctor, IT компания. Now it costs about $5 million. We didn't agree to sell it for 5. We want to take it to $100 million. But how much do you think was initially invested in it? No. No. $10,000. My friend came to me after Japan. I had $100,000 in my pocket, and he said to me, brother, I need your help. I am starting this IT company. And do you believe it? We bankrupted 3 companies with that guy before I left for Japan. Together, we burned $200,000 of cash and earned like $30,000 of debt. And I had to pay it back. And then he's coming to me again and asking for money. Are you crazy? But I'm crazy. I gave him the money. I gave him 10,000 because he was a good friend of mine and I believed we together could do something. Then he came to me 5 times during these 5 years. Oh, six years actually. 5 times, and he wanted to shut down that company. $5 million worth of company. But it wasn't that, forever. Before, 5 times we were about to shut down that company. I never let him shut down that company. And it was my single most important contribution to the success of that company. You know the biggest mistake of Uzbeks in general? We do what? We give up. We give up easily. We give up every time. You know, there's this much left to the gold, and we give up. You know, always do it differently again. You know, spend much time and resources. So, oh, what happened to it? Yeah. So I learned how not to give up, and I made my friend not to give up. And that's how he became the millionaire. And he made me millionaire myself. So, do you want help becoming a millionaire? Who wants to become a millionaire? Come on. I hope you're not asleep. Okay, good. So we continue. Next. We want 1 million Uzbek coders to materialize. You know, the government announced they have this goal, right? So, and they're not doing much about it, but I want to help them. I want 1 million coders in Uzbekistan. Why coders? Why do you need coders? There's a simple reason. We have 2 biggest problems. One is unemployment. We have over 3 million people unemployed. And every year that number is rising because those who complete the universities, they go to Russia to do taxijan. You know, or Tashkent, taxijan, the same. So, I think probably Tashkent is the single capital of the world where taxi drivers have 2 diplomas, you know, on average. So, the problem is with this planning, you know. Second, we estimated that average salary in Uzbekistan is $200. And if those 3 million people who go to Russia, Kazakhstan, and suffer badly, if they had a salary of $200 at home, they wouldn't go there. So, in order to save 15 people from going to Russia, we need 1 coder to earn $3,000. Coders earn a lot. Is that a secret? Do you know that? IT people, it's their age, they will be earning a lot. So, if they're earning $3,000 in Uzbekistan, working for US, Japan, remotely, on outsource base, if they're spending that money in Uzbekistan, they shouldn't be giving out this money. They should just spend it inside Uzbekistan and pour it into our economy. That's it. That money will, circulate, multiply, and will make us rich. So that we don't have to send actually so many people to Kazakh and Russia. They will find jobs here. More factories will be built. More houses will be built for those coders, right? So all of the economy will have more jobs. Instead of, probably building a factory that makes cars, we should build a factory that makes coders. And that's precisely what we're doing in IDU. We are building a factory of coders, where coder will receive good money, implement his dreams, and in doing so, will actually help Uzbekistan achieve its dreams. Next. So why IT? Next. In Uzbekistan, there were 2 problems. First is jobs. Second, salary levels, right? Why we have lowest salary levels in the world? And not lowest, but one of the lowest. Because we have lack of money. We don't have that much money inside our economy, right? So where do we get the money? Where the most of the money of the world is now, right now? Where? Not geographically. I'm asking about the sphere of economy that has most of the money circulating around now. Top 5 richest companies in the world are in the sector of what? What? IT. They are IT companies. So most of the money is in IT in the world. Most of the rich people, like 5 top rich people, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Bill Gates, Zuckerberg, Larry Ellison, all IT people, coders. See? So if we want lots of money, what should we do? Should we build cars? Or should we build planes? Or rockets? Or just coders? Because coders are earning most of the money in the world. Next. If, for some reason, I don't know, previously please. Apple. If we sell Apple, we can live in Uzbekistan for 300 years without doing anything. Company of 10,000 or 20,000 employees can feed Uzbekistan for 300 years for free. Or if you sell Apple and buy Uzbekistan, you can buy 300 Uzbekistans for the money of Apple. Can you imagine that? 20,000 people earning so much that 34 million people cannot earn? That's because it's IT. Second, most of these companies started with what money? How much do you think it took Facebook to start? 0. Amazon, we don't know. Apple, $150. If you read Apple, the biography of Steve Jobs, you'll learn that they got $150 from the sale of a car. That's how much they needed to start these companies. IT is the only sector where with little money, you have a chance. You have a shot, very long shot though. You have a chance to win big jackpot, okay? So that's why this university is offering, IDU University will be offering 2 opportunities. First, you come in this university, you try to implement your crazy idea and become a startup, a millionaire, and leave the university, and I'll be happy uploading you, you know. I don't want you to study at my university for the rest of your life. I want you to come in, implement your awesome, cool project, earn millions, and leave. I'll fax you the diploma if you need one by that time. But what if you try, and you fail within, 4 years of time? So you're not IT entrepreneur, right? You're not ready for that. Your ideas didn't take off. What do you need now? At least a job. So that's why next, we are offering a $3,000 guaranteed jobs for those who qualify, for those who will study well. You know, by the time you graduate our university, you'll have IELTS 8, you will have Japanese around level of 8, and you'll have an excellent British IT diploma with 70% and over on your marks. And you will have a guaranteed placement at jobs. And if you want to leave to US after a few years of working in Japan, it's your choice. And you will probably get 100% visa there. Because why are you not getting visa here? Because US embassy thinks we're very poor. We don't have jobs, and there's high probability we'll stay in US. But if you are in Japan, Japan is the 2nd most developed country, and 3rd highest income country in the world. That means you have high probability of not staying in US after you go illegally. That's why in Japan, they give visas easily to those who apply to US. So if you want to study IT from zero, I don't care if you know IT now or you have no clue about IT. If you want to study it from zero, and if you want to get a top 1,000 British diploma, and if you want to get a $3,000 worth of job right after you graduate, welcome to IDU. A new type of university which actually helps you earn money to fulfill your dreams. Because I think just giving you knowledge is not enough anymore. Knowledge is free. Go on the internet. You will have everything you need. You don't need anyone to teach you something. You can get everything in the internet for free. The problem is now, though, to get your job. So the university should solve that problem foremost. Not only giving the right atmosphere, not only giving you networking opportunity with your peers, but also giving you pathway to securing good paying jobs in Uzbekistan and abroad. So we will not be competing with local universities. You know, many local universities are now fenced up and they're saying, oh, you're a competitor. You know, even Westminster, when I went there, the deputy rector was like, oh, you opened the university to compete with us. I'm saying, no. We're not competing, we're collaborating. I want all Uzbekistan international universities to unite and beat world universities. I want our universities to be in the top, not on the rankings. Rankings are, sometimes fake. You don't care about rankings that much. I want our graduates to, to start startups that are worth billions of dollars. All Microsoft, Chrome, Google, everyone will come to Uzbekistan. If even one startup from Uzbekistan makes 1 billion mark, they will all come to Uzbekistan to hunt for talent. That's what I want to bring about. We will be competing with top world universities. We will set our benchmarks high. Of course, right now, we are not the best university in Uzbekistan, but we are advancing very fast. 1-2 years' time, we will be best in Central Asia. Maybe 10 years' time, we will be one of the best in the world. That's what we're aiming. And what will differentiate us from other universities is the central aim of employing students. Get you guys employment. Get you guys money, advice to start your own startup. But if it fails, at least give you a job. That's all we are concerned about. IT Park. For girls, your parents probably don't like you to go to abroad, right? To work or to study, right? Is that so? That's why you want to be the Minister of Education in Uzbekistan, to change that by law. The thing is, there were times when girls were taught to sue so that in case their husbands don't earn enough or something happens to them, they could go and sue something and make a living, right? So you are taught practical skills to make earning. In the contemporary 21st century, suing is actually coding. Would you like a life where you take care of your husband, take care of your kids, take care of house and everything, and also work maybe 2 hours from home for a US company and get paid like $2,000 a month? Would you like that future for yourself? Would you like that opportunity? Without compromising your tradition, without compromising your happiness, you could actually make decent earning, help your family, fulfill your dreams, buy your father a car. Because I believe girls should buy their fathers a car, maybe 2 cars, because they spend lots on you. So, campus, we are located at Turin University this year. The winter semester starts from January 3rd. But next year, we will have our own campus in Novomoskovskaya. There's a huge building that we are renovating right now. Hopefully, we will move by September next year. Somebody's sleeping. Okay. This is the team, one of the best teams. Everyone in the team had foreign education and also very well qualified in British education system. So in our university, who's going to be the top guy in the university? Who? You guys. You will be the top guys. You will have a special VIP toilet room, specially designed for the rector. It will be for you. The canteen will be for you. Everything will be for you to succeed. It's about you. As Mr. Franz said, it's not about us, it's about you. So we want this university to be for the students, by the students, okay? And academics will be there to guide you, to help you achieve your dreams, achieve your goals. And we are making this independent university. This university will not be dependent on investors, and it will not be dependent on the government. So it will be governed by academics and students for the best of both of you. Okay? Next. We are partnering with Wolverhampton University, and we are not just validating university course. We are getting actually a franchise, 100% franchise. That means that you are not going to take Wolverhampton courses in UK for £17,000 a year. You will be taking our courses here for much cheaper, but it will be 100% the same. The assessment is the same. The books are the same. You know, the professors, some of them might be, also joining via online. We are making sure that there will be no practical difference between you studying in Uzbekistan at IDU with Wolverhampton program and those studying at Wolverhampton in UK. You will have the same diploma, same quality of education, and same opportunities, which is quite good. So studying in Uzbekistan actually makes sense economically. Okay. The directions or professions or programs. Artificial intelligence. Have anybody heard about artificial intelligence? Okay. Are you afraid of future? Huh? Yeah. Anybody got some intelligence? Artificial. So artificial intelligence is going to take over the world. Maybe in a good sense, maybe in a bad. I don't know yet. But we have to be ready. And soon, many professions will be obsolete. For example, taxi drivers. In 5 years' time, even in Uzbekistan, we'll have less and less, and maybe none, taxi drivers. Why? Because of the self-driving cars. Self-driving cars will take over the market, and we will not need drivers anymore. We will not need lorry drivers anymore. We will not need many other professions, like, for example, accountants. In Russia, this year, artificial intelligence took job of 30,000 accountants. That means, in the near future, in Uzbekistan, accountant job will be obsolete as well. Okay, not all, but most. So, what else? Economist, lawyer, also will be obsolete, because artificial intelligence is much smarter than the economist, much smarter than the lawyer. He knows all the laws at the same time. He doesn't have the limitations of human brain. He has huge brain. So there's one profession that probably in the next 20 to 30 years will never actually disappear. And that profession is? Yeah. Somebody needs to code that artificial intelligence, create, modify, change it. Next. So this is a data science. Most of you guys probably realize that if you go through your Facebook pages and you get the advertisement about what you want before you want it, right? It's very tailored. All the advertisement is very, very much for you, right? So they analyze all of your data, your friends, where you go, what you eat, what you drink, what you sing, what you talk about. They analyze every data available on you to give you the best offer. And they earn that way, okay? That's data science. You can analyze huge amounts of data. For example, we need a new highway in Tashkent. So we need to analyze all of your mobile devices' data to see how people go from one spot to another in Uzbekistan, in Tashkent. And artificial intelligence will, draw the best route for the new highway based on huge amounts of data that human cannot process. Only machines can process. Next. Cybersecurity. Recently, Facebook, Instagram wasn't available for 2 hours, right? And it was probably a shock for you. You cried. What will happen now? What would I do? I had so many subscribers. I was making so much money. The bloggers were crying. So That actually costed Facebook around $20 billion. $20 billion. Do you think if you would have prevented that from happening, Facebook wouldn't agree to give you $1 billion? Probably. Facebook is giving around $500,000 for cybersecurity experts working on its team. You want good jobs? Here is it. Take it. And you will be needed in Uzbekistan, in Israel, in anywhere. Because now the war is not, in the field. It's in internet. And there are many people, robbers, cyber, crime people, criminals, cyber criminals. And we need protection from them. The people and companies need protection. So we are actually, this is a cyber police. So if you become a cyber policeman, you can, serve your country, serve your company, and also earn a very good, decent earning. Because around 30% in the world, if there are 10 jobs in cybersecurity, 3 are vacant. 3 cannot be filled because there's a scarcity of cybersecurity specialists. Next. Gaming. You like games? Who likes games? Oh, nice. Everyone. Yeah, I like games too. So before coming here, I was playing my favorite tanks game. So every time you're playing a game, please note that somebody's making millions out of you playing the game, okay? Would you turn the table around? Huh? Would you like to turn the table around and earn millions while somebody will be playing your games? Huh? I think you could. And don't just do stupid games, although sometimes we need stupid games. But there are so many things you could do with gaming. People are prone to learn better while playing. So teach them coding while they're playing. Teach them English while they're playing. Teach them something, profession that will earn them money while they're playing. And if you do that, the world will give you billions, not just millions, billions. Because, for example, my kid, it's hard for him to learn in conventional way now. Because they're Generation Z, right? Is that so? X, whatever. Yeah, these kids, they from the age of 1 or 2, they know iPad better. They learn to work with iPad before they learn to speak. Okay? So with these kids, you need some games that will teach them, that will take care of their, education. Next. So the top differences of the universities. English diploma from the top 1,000 university. Do you know any other universities in Uzbekistan from the top 1,000? Who grant diplomas from the top 1,000? It's Westminster, first. Second, team. Third, IDU. Okay. What? Webster, top 1,000? Can you check? I don't know. I haven't checked that one. We should. 1 million for startup projects. If you go to your father, oh, father, I have this great idea. Give me money. I will implement it. You say, duh. Go study. Okay? And we're using your father's money to finance your crazy ideas. Because we believe your crazy idea is great. Even if your father doesn't believe it, we believe it. And we are ready to give up our profit so that you can implement your dream. And I hope you can, give me 5% of that startup you're going to make, right? So help me make you millionaires so that you can make me billionaire. Good deal? Okay? Okay, top 100 students get grants. We already handing out grants because we had 2 exams. We're having a 3rd final exam probably. And we want to give up lots of grants. The problem is you are not there to get them. So this year, because all the smart guys are already in the universities, you have a very easy time actually getting a grant at this university. Next year, I promise you we will be the hardest university to get into. We will select maybe 200, 300 out of 10,000 applicants. This year, we are selecting from 1,000. So you have a very high chance of getting in, because most of the applicants right now are not qualified for the standards that we are setting. So it's quite easy if you're around 6 IELTS and 6 and above, and you have certain math skills like 30%, 40% and above. Oh no, 60% and above. That means you can qualify for a grant. And our math exam is around year 9 or year 10 of the school program. So it's quite easy. We want to get you in right now easily, but then we want to give you a very hard time. I will make you suffer. I will make you cry. You know, I will give you 2 or 3 times as much knowledge and, you know, teaching as you were supposed to get. But at the end of the day, you will be thankful, because after 4 years of suffering, you will have lifetime of joy when your dreams will come true. Okay? You should suffer before life makes you suffer. Okay? Make yourself suffer a little bit. Though I exaggerated on suffering, when I was studying at Westminster, I was the primary party organizer. So in this university, you'll have enough number of studying hours, enough number of working hours where you apply your knowledge immediately, not waiting 4 years after you graduate. And third, you'll have good time playing. We'll have drama clubs, we'll have disco clubs, we'll have everything. Everything to make you guys motivated, keep being motivated to study hard, work hard. Okay? All our graduates will receive, those who qualify will receive guaranteed job placements from US, from Europe, and from Japan. From Japan, guaranteed, because in Japan you get the visa and job offer at the same time. In US, even if you get the job offer, you might not get the visa. So we are already receiving many requests from US and Europe, but we cannot promise the visa. With Japan, it's easier. We can do that. You know, we have order of 1,000 coders a year. So if our graduates top at the number of 1,000, we can guarantee them jobs. No problem. Also, there is a talk that, why do you need a university? You should go to a learning center and get the IT skills you need, and you don't need the university. Actually, that's true. You don't need learning centers as well to get the good IT skills. But those good IT skills will be on the surface. They will not be deep and fundamental. They will never teach you about algorithmics. You will never be taught about modeling and statistics and so forth, and higher mathematics. With these skills, you can learn any new IT skills anytime in your lifetime. But if you go just for a learning center and learn, for example, web design or iOS development or Android development, you will have a surface knowledge. Once artificial intelligence will penetrate the coding area as well, your jobs will be lost, because our artificial intelligence will be much better at coding than you are. But if you are coding the artificial intelligence itself, you will get a job still. Next. So, the university. We have 100 grants, but those who cannot qualify, we have actually grants for pre-university as well. And there is online academy, which teaches you Japanese, English and mathematics and some IT skills from zero. In 9 months, you will be able to pass our entrance exam. This is specially designed, and it's online, and it's designed for rural people coming from different parts of the Uzbekistan, where education has deteriorated already. Okay? For pre-university, you will be taught English and math primarily, but not like in other pre-universities. There is pre-university team at Westminster and other pre-universities, but our math is much harder. And you need to know math to be able to do IT, you know. You might not love it, it's okay. I don't like math, but I know it because I need to. In the future, every profession will be IT profession, you know. And you have to know it. Without it, you you will not be able to earn a decent earning in the future. Foundation is everyone understands foundation, right? This is a very qualified auditorium. People understand what foundation means, right? Shall I explain? This first year of any British university is foundation. Because in Britain, universities last only 3 years. Higher education is 3 years. But because in Uzbekistan we have 11th grade, we don't have the 12th grade, the university actually substitutes that with foundation course. First, you need to be taught to learn things on your own. So foundation is about teaching you to learn on your own. And then we will give you some IT subjects just to so that you can get a taste of what is expecting you at certain degree courses. So after foundation, you are in much better position to select the next level. So which direction you want to go: artificial intelligence, robotics, or data science, or game development, or what else was there? Cybersecurity, right? So after first year, you actually get to choose. Accelerator program. This is for those who couldn't qualify for foundation program, who had lower math skills, for example. Most of you guys have trained your English skills, but none of your math skills, mostly. So we created this program for those who have medium English and almost zero math skills. And we will be intensively giving you English and math so that you study 3 times more, but by the time it's opportunity for you to complete first year university in just 18 months, okay? So not wait 2 years. So you will actually, half a year is your privilege. Foundation plus IT practicum. This is the course that I personally love and adore, but you might think it's expensive. I think it's worth it, and here's why. In business, there is no concept of expensive. There's concept of will it cover itself or not? So will it pay off or not? So if you're making investment, the concern is, it's not whether it's expensive investment or cheap investment. The only concern is, will it pay off? Will it come back? If you're paying the money, your concern is, will it come back or not? So in this course, we will get the top students from your side, and we will teach you not only the first year foundation course, but also we will assign you a mentor who will teach you 24/7 IT skill. That will guarantee you job placement at the end of this course. At the end of this course, you will get $500 worth of monthly salary job offer. And if you don't, we give the extra money we charged back to you. Okay? Is it understood? So in this university, the rule is simple. The smarter you are, the less you pay. The less smarter you are, the more you pay. So in order to get into this university, you should have little brain or little knowledge and lots of money, or medium knowledge and medium money, or lots of knowledge and no money. Okay? So based on your knowledge level, we will give you lots of grants and discounts and stuff like that. So we are ready to accommodate your needs. The only thing is, it should be fair. Is it fair? I never had money. My family was very, ordinary. There's not lots of money. So I always knew I had to study. There's the only way. If I wanted to get a very beautiful girl in my, course, I knew I had to study because I don't have money to take her to restaurant, to give her the wedding she dreams about, okay? So I always studied, and that's your choice as well. If your parents are rich, okay, study on medium level. That will take you anywhere you want. But if you are not rich, I advise you to study very hard, maybe 5 times more than those rich kids around you. And I'm saying rich kids, don't be offended. It's okay. It's just statement of facts. I have lots of rich kids, friends. And I used to teach them. And that's how I got to my level of learning, because I always had a group of people I taught. So, next. In the university, you need a very right mix of rich, able people with smart and able people. So, even doing this university, most of the investment is coming from my rich friends, who I studied at Westminster University. So, rich kids, they need someone to work for them, right? And poor kids, they're smart, they're ready to work, but they lack the network and money. So together, they are a force. And in Westminster, what I really liked, people never actually segregated one another based on their wealth. Together, they were thinking about, oh, you're poor now, I am rich now. They're not thinking about this. Okay, together, brother, together, you work, I give you money, network, together we will rule the world. That's how we thought. And that's what happened actually. Go and look at all the Westminster graduates. Most of them teamed up in these small groups. The rich kids provide network and money. And those who are not so rich, they provide the brains and work ethic. And together they make great projects work together. Oh, this is a confidential part of the presentation. Do we have IELTS 7 and above here? No? Just one? So this is for you. So you can come to me later and I'll give you a special offer. This offer is all about to make you, to give you opportunity to earn money with your IELTS. Not just be, going proud, I have this 7, Look at me, guys. You actually have to make money by the end of the first year at our university. So next year, the Genius Squad economics is this way. So first year you make 1,000 payment. That's it. You don't pay anything else. Then we teach you IT, we teach you first year studies, everything. And only next year when you get a job that we promised, $500 a month, you have to start paying. So for the first year, basically you don't pay, except for that 1,000 registration fee. You pay for the first year and the second year, for the second year and the third year, and for the third year in the fourth year, and for the fourth year in the fifth year. And that's how, without killing your parents or their bank account, you will actually get a decent education and decent job. Okay? This is a very good offer for those. See, by the year 5, even if you work in Uzbekistan at a salary of 1,300, which is very low, it's very conservative, you're still making money, okay? Just ask those who are now finishing Westminster or finishing MDIS or any other local university as well, how much money did they make while they were studying? Who paid for their education? And I guarantee you, none will say they did it, okay? None will earn 37,000 in 4 or 5 years. Probably no. Except for those who went on work and travel. But nobody's going on work and travel because of the pandemic recently, so don't count on that. We had a long history. First it was Study Tokyo, then JUST. I personally love education. I believe education is the single most important factor that can change anything. And I think this world needs lots of help with its educational systems. So that's why I'm always in the business of education, though most of my earnings come from Bitcoin. Sure. Anybody knows that? Anybody knows Bitcoin? What's Bitcoin? Cool, cool. I want the next Bitcoin of the world to be invented in Uzbekistan by an Uzbek guy, okay? So will you help me around with that? Yeah. Awesome. Next. So we came to the practical part. Everybody has something to write on, like your smartphone, your notebook with a pen. Okay, let me know who doesn't have anything to write on. Hammada yozadigan narsa bormi? Qayerda yozish? У всех есть где записать что-то, да? Okay. So we will do a very simple task of writing down your dreams and how much they cost, okay? Okay? Huh? Yes, yes, yes. You know, one of the things that I do is I do. It's about less talk, more do. Okay? We should do. Yesterday, I fired like 25 people from my Just project. And people were applauding me for firing them. You know, that's how you do things. So we do. And my top manager for Just project was like, oh, we decided to fire 25 people and hire new ones. And he asked me whether we're doing it now. I said, yes. We just took this decision. Maybe we will think a little bit more. I said, no. Whatever you decide, you have to do immediately. Mistake or no mistake doesn't care. I mean, I don't care about that. Okay, if it was a mistake, you learn from it, you redo it, you correct it. But there are people who think for years and never take action. You know, you might die tomorrow. What if and you never did what you planned. So I advise you guys, advice number one, always do. Always do. Think a bit, but not too much. But keep doing. Because there are those people who think too much. And you will be always ahead of them. Okay? So you don't need to be the smartest in the room. You just need to be the quickest, the bravest. That's all. To achieve your dreams, you need to be the quickest, the bravest. Don't forget it. Okay, everyone is ready? Well, I need you guys to, talk, a little bit. So that I receive some energy from you also. Okay? It's very hard to keep talking for 2 hours in a row in English. Okay, everyone is ready, right? Raise your hands. Raise your hands. I want to see your hands. Good, good, good. Nice. Everyone is ready. This white guy, you don't need anything, no dreams. Are you ready? Cool. NASA. NASA is always ready. So, what is the biggest dream of Uzbek people of all times and ages and all over the world? The Uzbek dream number one. No. Make a wedding, yes. No. The biggest dream of your parents right now, for you to enter university, okay? This is number one right now. It will change over time. But first, you need to get into university, right? How much? Okay, don't think about IDU right now, okay? Think about the university that you dreamed about before you met us today, okay? How much it would cost you to study at that university for 4 years. Write that down. Say, education, and write down how much money it would take for you to study at the university that you were planning to study before you met us today. Okay? Qaysi universitetda o'qimoqchi bo'lgan bo'lsangiz, bugun bizani ko'rishdan oldin. O'sha 4 yil ichida nechta pul xarajat qiladi sizga? O'shani yozasiz. Xo'p? Education deysiz, yozasiz nechta pul. Okay? Dollarda. Please use dollars. Huh? Huh? Yo'q, siz men qaysi universitetga kirmoqchi edingiz? Westminster 3000 kontrakt, to'g'rimi? 4 yilga 12000, to'g'rimi? Yeb ichishingiz bilan 15 ga boradimi? Примерно. Yo'q bilan. 15000 yozing, mayli mana grantga. Even if you want to go on a scholarship, imagine you hadn't received any. You will still go to that university, right? So, imagine you have enough money and you're just paying for your contract, okay? So, write down 15,000. This is for you. Okay, everybody wrote down that part? You done? Okay, let's say, oh, yes, something, okay? Do you know English? No, I have this impression that you might not be understanding me all this time. I don't see any reaction. I'm afraid. Okay, everybody wrote down? Nice. Second biggest dream of all Uzbeks of all time and ages is that he wants to marry soon. That's why he said marriage. Okay, the wedding. We save all the money in the world and spend it on weddings. This is an amazing trait of our nation. We love weddings more than anything. So we even get loans to do weddings. We spend more on weddings than on our education, usually. Is that right? Yes. So how much? The wedding of your dreams, how much it will cost? Say, wedding, sarpa, the party, everything. How much it will cost from your side? Don't take into account the man's side or the woman's side. If you're a boy, from the boy's side, how much it will take? Or from girl's side, how much it will take if you're a girl? Write that down. I need you to write that down. If you don't take this task seriously, your life probably will not go into the direction that you dream about. Okay? You should do it. Don't be too smart. Write it. Everybody wrote? Wrote down? In dollars. Okay, good. Third dream. What is your third dream? Huh? Buy a house. Yeah, sure. You have a wife, you need to, house her somewhere. You need to place her. So you need a house. How much for the house of your dreams? Please don't, if you now own a house which is like $200,000, please don't go to $20 million house, okay? For now, just, suffice with, $200,000, $300,000, okay? Realistic houses. The house that you know, the house you have seen, how much it will cost. Have you written it? Good, good, good. What else? What other dreams do we have? Huh? Oh, shoot. The holy Trinity. The wedding, the car, no. No. Uzbeks. You're not Uzbek, probably. Okay, the car dream. People, 20,000 people. We complain we don't have money, but 20,000 people are waiting in line to get their Gentra. That's amazing. There's no 20,000 line in Westminster University to get Westminster education, right? There are 20,000 people waiting for their car. So, the car. Write down the car that you dream to buy. It should be the exact amount. 10,000, 20, 15, whatever. But say car and the number, okay? How much you're planning to spend on it. What else? You have the wife. I'll be talking from the perspective of a man because I am one. So, you have a wife, you have a car, you have a house, you did the wedding. Now you need to do what? No. First, you will have to feed. These wives, they want more money. They take lots of money to feed. So, okay, it's okay. So, how much money do you need to live a happy life? Monthly income. How much money? $500? $500,000? You crazy? Okay, be realistic, okay? $1,000, $2,000, $3,000. How much in the month you need to be happy? To spend without, looking back and thinking about it too much. How much? How much money do you need monthly? Just tell me. This one, you don't have to write. Just tell me. 5,000? How much are you spending now? Yeah, $50? You want 5,000? Do you know what to spend on 5,000? Huh? 5 million? This is 500, right? Anything? Okay, let's suppose it's 1,000. Okay, so 1,000 is okay, everyone? 2,000? Okay, raise your hands. Who's for 1,000? Who's for 2? Okay, 2,000. Okay, for 2,000, there is a very simple business you can make that will earn you money even if you don't work. You want that kind of business? That business is about rent business. You buy commercial. Okay. You buy commercial property on the first floor of some multi-story building, and then you rent it out for $2,000. That place will cost you $200,000. Okay, so your business is going to cost you $200,000. It will always give you money. It's a very safe business. I advise you guys to take that business. Okay, IT business is very dangerous. So first, do that. Okay, everybody wrote that down, right? Okay, you can add your own dreams that I haven't mentioned. Do you need time to do that? Maybe 1, 2 dreams? The biggest dreams, please, not all. The traveling, maybe, whatever. Okay, just yeah, not for Uzbek people, for yourself now. Yeah, we took all the major dreams. Now it's up to you to do other dreams. So, if you have completed, please, I want to hear how much did you get. You should add up those numbers. Please add up those numbers. And voice me the total. So, can anyone voice his total? How much did you get? $200,000. Okay, you sure? Nice. Anyone else? Girls? $132,000. Who's giving more?
37,012,000.
Yeah, why not 37 billion? We should do, yeah, let's do billion. Okay, good. Anything else? 220,000, not bad. Girls? You're having a hard time with mathematics? What is yours? You, $935,000. Nice. What plans you've got there, I wonder. What is yours? 245, very modest, nice. Yours? $910,000, nice. Have everyone completed it? Anybody who needs more time? No, right? Okay, so there's one more practice we have to do. Okay, you were dreaming about which university before you met me today? MIT, shit, no. Okay, you? What? No. You're? Good. Okay, MIT is very expensive, that's why I'm saying. Okay, Westminster University, so $12,000, right? Good. So, do you know anyone who finished Westminster University this year? Okay, how much is he earning? No. Do you think on average all Westminster graduates, 1,200 of them, earn $5,000 on average? Okay, how much do you think they earn on average? $500. Okay, excellent. So, you have a brother who is earning $500. He finished Westminster, right? Yeah, awesome. Okay. This is, not a lot of people. Maybe 10, 15. But 1,200 Westminster graduates cannot open learning centers, all of them. Okay? And cannot be successful, all of them. Yeah, might be. Okay. But on average, do we agree that Westminster students have $500 worth of salary on average when they finish? Do we agree? No. Okay. Anyways, it doesn't matter. Actually, you have to state, now you have to divide the number, the total you got on the expected salary level from the university that you are planning to finish. Okay? If you're planning to finish Westminster University and you expect to earn $500 a month, you just divide by that, okay? And when I'm saying expect, that means you are basing your expectation on the statistics of people you questioned. How many people did you ask? For example, in Facebook, you have Westminsterian groups, right? Go and ask them. And you have Narcos groups, right? Go and ask them. 10, 15 people, ask any of them and get the average and divide by that. Or now you can just, make an assumption. Can you do assumption? Can you do assumption? How much they're earning? Or at least you can divide by the average earning of all the international university graduates of Uzbekistan, which I think 500 is primarily true for many. Okay? So did you divide your total by 500? Did you? What is the university you were planning to enter? Should America. America. Okay. Okay, it's okay. How much is the salary of a Long Island graduate this year? Yeah. No, in 1 month.
1 month, probably $20, $20,000.
1 month?
Yeah.
You crazy?
No.
Please don't assume that. Even in US, it's quite hard to get $20,000 salary from a Long Island university. It's not Harvard. You know, from Harvard, yeah, by default you might have that, but not from others. So, o'zbekchada shu narsani qilaymi? Sizlarga qiyin bo'lyapti buni tushunish. Qarang, itogosi chiqdi-ku hozir, jami chiqdi-ku. Jami chiqdi, bu jami orzularingizning narxi. Tushunyapsizlar-a? Bu orzularingiz narxi. Endi universitet nima uchun kerak bizga? Orzuyimizni amalga oshirish uchun, to'g'rimi? Endi universitetni shunaqa tanlash kerakki, qaysi universitetni tanlasam, meni oyligim oxirida kattaroq bo'ladi. O'sha oylikni bo'lsam, o'sha jamini oylikka bo'lsam agar, kichkinaroq sifra chiqadi. Tushunyapsizlar? Endi siz agar Westminster reja qilgan bo'lsangiz, mana 5000 u hammada emas-da. Ana o'rtachasi 1200 ta odamni o'rtachasini olsangiz $500 bo'lsa kerak. Ya'ni siz jami chiqqan sifrangiz qancha edi sizda? 200 mingingizni 500 ga bo'lishingiz kerak. Uni keyin yana 12 ga bo'lishingiz kerak. O'shanda yili chiqadi. Ya'ni siz tanlagan universitetni bu yili bitirgan bolalar sizni orzuyingizni necha yilda amalga oshira oladi oyligi yordamida. Shuni bilishimiz kerak. Tushunyapsizmi? Chunki hamma narsa qaytariladi. Mana shu yili qaysidir bola bitirib Westminsterni o'rtacha $500 oylik olgan bo'lsa, siz ham 4 yildan keyin примерно shu narsani topasiz. Tushunyapsizmi? Ani orzularingiz ham narxi sal oshadi, bu ham oylik ham sal oshadi, lekin в целом agar hamma inflyatsiyani olib tashlasangiz agar hozirgi mana bu hisob kitobingiz to'g'ri bo'lib chiqadi. Tushunyapsizmi? Qancha? 33 yil? Yo'q, shuncha qilib. Hisoblab chiqing o'zingiz. O'zingiz hamma o'zi hisoblab chiqsin, jamini bo'lasiz, oylikka oylar chiqadi. Uni 12 ga bo'lsangiz yillar chiqadi. 65 yil tabriklayman deydi. Congratulations, ha? 23 yil zo'r. Yana bormi? 100 yillar bormi? Mana bu bola borda 37 millionlik. Ha, 1000 yil chiqdimi o'zi ham? Qani hisoblang qani? Kimdan nima chiqdi yana? Ha? 34 yil tabriklayman. Yana 34 da hozir nechidasiz? Hozir nechida? 18, 34 yildan keyin qancha bo'ladi? 52 bo'ladi, to'g'rimi? 52 da uylanasizmi? Kimga siz kerak bo'lasiz 52 da? 39,5 yil. Tabriklayman. Yana kim? 25? Good. Kimdir 5 yil, 3 yil, 2 yil chiqdimi? 2 yil chiqdi? Ha, 1.9. Yaxshi, qaysi universitetni bitirmoqchisiz? Hali bilmaysiz. Tekinxo'rlarni yomon ko'raman. Ladna, bunday narsa endi. Endi qarang. Endi IDU da $3000 ana omadingiz chopmasa, ana zo'r startap qila olmasangiz 4 yil ichida harakat qildingiz o'xshamadi. Oddiy kompaniyaga borib IT kompaniyaga ishladingiz. Keling, men Yaponiyaga. O'shanda $3000. Endi $3000 ga bo'ling o'sha itogoingizni. Qani bo'ling qani? Keyin taqqoslaymiz. Qani orzularingizga siz o'ylagan universitet orqali necha yilda erishasiz? IDU orqali necha yilda erishasiz? 3000 ga bo'ling endi, keyin uni 12 ga bo'ling yana. Ha, qilamiz. Ha? 3 yil? Ha, 3 yil, 4 yil. 4 yil, ha? Qancha edi oldingisi? 23 yil yaxshimi, 4 yilmi? 5,5 yil? Qancha edi oldingiz? 33 yil. Qaysi biri yaxshi? Ya'ni bolalar, kelajakda IDUni tanlaysizlarmi, boshqa universitetni tanlaysizlarmi? Men sizlarni xohlayotgan narsam tanlayotgan yo'llaringiz, instrumentingiz bor, malotokingiz. Siz xohlagan malotok bo'lsin. Sizni manzilingizga olib boradigan malotok bo'lsin. Xo'p? O to'g'ri kelgan malotokni tanlab boraversangiz agar natijasiga erisha olmaysiz. Tushunyapsizmi? Siz hozir ko'plaringiz manzilingizni bilmasdan yo'lga chiqqansizlar. Tushunyapsizmi? Bilmaysiz Samarqand ketishingiz kerakmi, Qashqadaryo ketishingiz kerakmi, yo vodiyga ketishingiz kerakmi? Bilmaysiz. Bu yo'l qayerga olib borishini bilmaysiz. Yo'lga chiqaveryapsiz. Ha nimaga chiqding desa, hamma chiqdi-yu deysiz. Ha nimaga bu yoqqa boryapsan desa, hamma shu yoqqa boryapti deysiz. Tushunyapsizmi? U bolalar borib ana jarlikda qulab tushasiz. Endi tushdik endi uzr endi. Ko'pga tushgan ana nima deydi? Ha, boshqa tushganni ko'z ko'rar deb o'tiraverasiz. Endi shunday ekan, taqdirimiz shunaqa ekanda deydi. Ya'ni ana taqdirga to'nkab qo'yadi. Tushunyapsizmi? Alloh taolo sizga yordam berish uchun birinchi o'zingizga o'zingiz yordam bering. Orzu umidlaringizni aniqlashtiring. Bu mashq shuning uchun. Uyga boring, ota-onangizning orzusini so'rang. Xohlaysizmi? Ular ham sizga duogo'y bo'lishini, sizning orzularingiz ushalishini xohlaysizmi? Birinchi sharti ota-onangiz. Ota-onangizning orzusini so'rang. Dada bitta duo qilib qo'ying, mana shu orzularingiz, meni orzularim bilan birgalikda. Shularni hammasi sizni ushalishiga men niyat qildim deysiz. Duo qiling, shu yo'lim ochilsin, shu niyatlarimga yetay. Bo'ldi. Ular ana tomondan ana ota rozi, xudo rozi deydimi? Ha? Ular bu yoqdan yo'lni ochib bersalar, bu yoqdan IDU sizga zo'r bilimlar bersa, mehnatni o'zingiz qilsangiz, xudo xolasa, hamma orzular asta-sekin amalga oshirishni boshlaydi. Xo'pmi? Men sizlarni qiynab yana inglizchada davom ettirmayman, o'zbekchada davom ettiraman, maylimi? Hamma o'zbekchani tushunadimi? Кто не понимает по-узбекски? Who doesn't understand Uzbek? This guy is number one. Eh? Amazing. Cool. Okay. So I actually took liberty to make your dreams. Good travel. Har yili oilangiz bilan bir marta ota-onangiz, bola-chaqangiz bilan borib dam olib kelishga arziysizmi? Ha? Arziysizmi yo'qmi? Yaxshi. Mashinani dadangizga olib berishga arziysizmi? Adangiz arziylarmi shunga? Zo'r. Yaxshi to'y qilishni. 50 ta gelenvagenni ketma-ket qo'yishni emas, dadasining puliga. O'zini pulidan, o'zini puliga qilish. Mana orzu to'y. Ana yigit kishini, mana qiz bolalarga ham bu taalluqli. Orzudagi uy, ota-onangiz, o'zingiz, bola-chaqangiz sig'sin. Bo'ladimi? Keyingisi. Xususiy tibbiyot. Yaxshi doktorga bolangizni ko'rsatasizmi? Adangizni-chi? Bunga pul kerak, to'g'rimi? Pulni tayyorlash kerakmi? Rejani oldindan yaxshiroq qilish kerakmi? Qilish kerak. Xususiy ta'lim, yaxshi bog'cha, yaxshi maktab, yaxshi universitet, hammasi pul turadimi? Pul turadi. Keyingisi. Teatr, restoran, konsert. Ko'p ota-onalar, o'zbek ota-onalari o'zini hayotini qurbon qiladi. O'zi mana shu teatr, konsert bilan yurmaydi. Bolam deb. To'g'rimi? Bolamni kontraktini to'lash kerak kelyapti. To'y qilish kerak, buni uyni olib berish kerak. Lekin bu juda achinarli. Siz ham bolangiz uchun shu ishni qilasiz. Bolangiz uchun, bolalar uchun shu ishni qiladi. Vaholanki oddiy to'g'ri reja qilmaslik hammani hayoti qurbon bo'lishiga olib keladi. Nimaga endi amerikalik o'sha yevropaliklar bemalol o'ziga ham, bola-chaqasiga ham, ota-onasiga ham g'amxo'rlik qilishga puli yetadi? Chunki ular to'g'ri reja qilgan. Keyingisi. Yaxshi hayotning narxi deb nomladim buni. O'g'li boqish, hovli joy, mashina, sayohat, salomatlik, to'y bayram hammasi xomaka. Lekin primerni keltirilgan, to'g'rimi? Bitta o'zbek yigit qizi 80 yil umr ko'rsa, Alloh nasib qilsa, undan ham ko'proq ko'rsin, hayoti davomida $1 million ishlash kerak ekan. Kimdadir bormi 1 million? Ana boyaga 200 ming deyotganlar, 1 million aslida. Tushunyapsizmi? Keyingisi. 1 millionni qayerdan topamiz? Eng kamish haqida ishlayotgan bo'lsangiz agar, urdi xudo deydi-yu. 3300 yil. Congratulations. Any vampires around us? O'rtacha Toshkent oyligi $200 bo'lsa, agar 400 yil kerak. Agar Toshkent orzu oyligi, hozir ko'pliklaringizga $1000 oylik bor desam agar, ketdik aka derlar. Nima ish yo'q? Farqi yo'q, ketdik. Tushunyapsizmi? $1000 ga ham 10 yoshda ishga chiqib, 90 yoshda ishdan chiqib, kim bilmaydi qancha qoladi. 90 yoshda ana uylanasiz, deydi. Rivojlangan davlatda agar $2500 oylik olgan bo'lsangiz, mana shu Just Study Tokyo orqali bolalarimiz borib, ham o'qib, ham ishlab $2000 dan topyapti. 2500 dan topyapti, 2000 uyiga jo'natyapti, 500 xarajat. Endi 33 yil allaqachon normalni bo'ldimi? 33 yil, ya'ni ko'zingiz yetadi, 33 yil yashashingiz. Rivojlangan davlatda IT sohasida $3000 dan oylik bo'lsa agar, o'rtacha 4000 dan chiqsa agar 20 yil ekan. ancha realga yaqinlashdimi? Hayotga yaqinlashdi. Lekin bundan ham zo'r yo'li bor. Men qilgan yo'lni qilinglar. Bu yerda 4 yil IDUda o'qinglar. Yaponiyaga boringlar, Amerikaga farqi yo'q. Ishlanglar bu kompaniyalarda, tajriba orttiringlar, pul orttiringlar, sarmoya orttirib, qaytib kelib, mana shu yerdan turib 4 ta 5 ta programmistni birlashtirib, o'sha kompaniyani ehtiyojini qondiringlar. Ular xursand bo'ladi. Chunki ularga ham u yerda $4,000 oylik berib ishlatish невыгодный. Лучше sizga 3,000 beradi. O'zbekistondan ishlatasiz. 2,000 qolganlarga beradi. You have to go? Oh, okay. Okay.
Look, I'm sorry, I have to go. Okay.
We actually, let's announce that thing that we're having, and this presentation is it's the end actually of the presentation.
Oh, I've got to go.
Yeah, it's okay.
All right, okay.
This is
$64 million.
no, not in $1 million now, as of now.
$4 million.
This is the most expensive course at our university. The first year, birinchi yil va IT praktikum birgalikda bu. O'shani Cambridge hozir Learning Center bilan birgalikda sizlarga mana shu voucherni berib, bepul o'qishlaringizni ta'minlamoqchimiz. Bitta odamga buni erishish uchun bu narsaga nima qilish kerak? Oddiy bizani ekzamindan, ro'yxatdan o'tib, eng yaxshi ball to'plash kerak. Promo kodlar beramiz, spetsiyalni ana shu promo kodni ishlatishingiz kerak, lekin promo kodni ishlatmasangiz buni ola olmaysiz. Xo'pmi? Endi maqsad nima? Maqsad shu, Alon aka bilan o'qimoqchi bo'lsangiz kelinglar. Xudo xolasa atmosferani zo'risini bular ta'minlab beradilar.
I now think
Yes.
he talks too much.
Yes.
He talks more than me.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
Who wants $64 million? Yeah.
Sums. Okay, if you want that, please register for the exam, and if you get the highest score from among the Cambridge students, you get the 64 million special scholarship, and you will spend it, and you will get it for free. So first year will be for free for you, okay? And if you're lucky, next year also, okay? And also there is a promo code. Please take a picture of this promo code because you will forget it. I keep forgetting the promo codes. So thank you, Mr. Franz, for today, for listening to my long speech. Sorry.